And the second movie, we go so much deeper, so much further. We introduce double the amount of animatronics into this movie. We go into the psychology of Vanessa with her dad and what that means. We go into a much darker place in the first one, and I think it's much scarier than the first film as well. When I read the script for Freddy's 2, I was like, oh wow, okay, we're making a truly scary movie this time around. So that's very exciting, I think.
Non funzionerà mai.
Okay, so the first movie was a big success. It was a big phenomenon. Can you pinpoint a moment where you realized, wow, this is really big?
I mean, for me, it was the first weekend when it came out. You know, seeing that it was starting to potentially break Halloween records. It blew away all the expectations. I think. You know, we thought the movie was going to do well because the fans of the game were really excited about it. People were seeing the trailer and wanting to see it, but you never know until it's actually happening. And for me, it was that first weekend. I was kind of like, oh wow, we made something big here. It's very exciting.
Part of what makes Five Nights at Freddy's so big, so great, so loved by the fans is actually speculations, fan theories, all this mythology that is built around it. Uh, between when you first started playing Mike Schmidt and now, have you ever had a night where you went like down the whole rabbit hole and you find out everything and explore this big, great story?
I have not. I have not, and I'll tell you why. Because uh, I don't want to know things that may or may not be true. Because they're all like the fans are kind of making different versions of possibilities and these things. I want to keep it on track with this version of the world that we're making, with Scott obviously at the helm and making sure that it all rings true to what he wants FNAF to be about. So I've not gone down the rabbit hole. However, Piper is like the biggest FNAF fan in the world, and she knows all of the lore. So every time I'm with her, she's like, "So you don't understand? If the eyes are green, then that means," and I'm just like, "Piper, what are you talking about?" Like she just knows like the depth of all of the lore. It's amazing.
Okay, and now we're moving on with Five Nights at Freddy's 2. How would you describe this movie in relation to the first chapter?
You know, I think that the first movie was really about getting the audience getting to know the world of Freddy's, the characters, the creatures, and everything. And the second movie, we go so much deeper, so much further. We introduce double the amount of animatronics into this movie. We go into the psychology of Vanessa with her dad and what that means. We go into a much darker place in the first one, and I think it's much scarier than the first film as well. When I read the script for Freddy's 2, I was like, oh wow, okay, we're making a truly scary movie this time around. So that's very exciting, I think.
In the first movie, Mike goes through a lot. He has to like face tough events and face his post traumas. And in the end, he kind of finds a balance, we can say, but now
Mhm.
he's going on a new adventure. How would you say those events of the first movie impact him in this new story?
Well, I think Mike is more grounded now. I think, in the first story, he was using his dreams and kind of like escaping reality to try to find answers while kind of missing what was right in front of him, which is Abby. And he neglected that. And so I think that what he learned from the first film is he's never going to do that again. So in this movie, when he's just trying to live a nice life and Freddy sucks him back in, he's not going to let something happen to Abby. And that's the most important thing.
Okay, and one last question. After this full immersion in the world of scary animatronics, can you still see the classic ones in real life as the same way?
I can still see them.
Fantastic.
If anything, I'm comparing them to the animatronics from Freddy's. I'm like, that's not quite as good. Oh, that's pretty good. You know, like I'm like more, I have like more my eye is like trained on to how they move, how they operate, what the materials are. So I'm more of a critic eye now, I think, to animatronics than I was before.